Katherine Pierce doesn't apologize, she doesn't people please, yet she's always in control and has everyone wrapped around her finger. There are 3 powerful secrets to her mindset that can level up your life that society might not want you to know. And today, we're uncovering every single one. Welcome back to It Girl Secrets. Today, we're diving deep into the iconic mindset of arguably the most beloved Vampire Diaries villain, Katherine Pierce. And honestly, my favorite character. The mindset that will make you powerful, unstoppable, and alluring. We'll be explaining the lessons, psychology, and magnetism behind it. If there's one thing about Katherine Pierce, she's going to choose herself. And honestly, that's exactly why we all loved her so much. And yes, sometimes she does take it a bit too far. She is the villain after all. But one of the reasons we were all obsessed with her is because unlike the other female characters in Vampire Diaries, she never sacrifices herself or her desires to please someone else. Let me explain. People pleasing does not serve anyone. Well, it only serves the people who will take advantage of it. For you, people pleasing just makes you unhappy. You continuously sacrifice your own needs, your own time, your own energy, and it doesn't make people like you more. If anything, it makes you look like a pushover or a doormat. Some people love using that to their advantage, which we're going to talk about in an upcoming video on Cassie from Euphoria. And for people who love you, it just makes them feel sad watching you continuously disrespect yourself. If you've ever had a friend who continuously keeps putting herself last and always does things for others that put her in uncomfortable situations, even if those people would never do the same for her, you probably know how sad it feels watching her do that. My best friend, actually 2 of them, in high school were exactly like that, and it just made me so sad seeing them do it every single time. And I'm not saying you need to turn into a rude, inconsiderate person who never thinks of anyone else. That's not the point here. You can be a kind person, but still put yourself first. You can take care of yourself first and then help whoever needs you. And honestly, I hate how Katherine was made out to be the villain for putting herself first. The media just loves to tell us how if a woman puts herself first, she's the villain. But I'm here to break this harmful idea. The reason we're so drawn to Katherine isn't because she's evil. It's because she doesn't apologize for wanting what she wants. She doesn't shrink herself for anyone. She refuses to sacrifice herself to be liked. While in the show, Elena and a lot of the other characters just throw themselves away whenever they can, Katherine does not do the same. And deep down, we admire that because that's what we crave for ourselves. But let's talk about Katherine and Elena. Here's where the next secret to Katherine's irresistible allure actually hides. Every time I make a video like this, there's always that one person in the comments saying, "It's not mindset, they're just pretty." And to that, I give you the biggest proof of all. Katherine and Elena. Same face, same actress, different energy. We love one and either don't care or deeply dislike the other. So what's the reason Katherine is so magnetic and Elena is just, well, meh? It's all about the energy. Katherine moves like she knows exactly who she is. She speaks without hesitation. She walks with intention. She takes up space without apologizing for it. Even her posture is different from Elena's, with Elena usually standing a bit more hunched and timidly, while Katherine standing perfectly straight and intentionally. There's no timidity, no "do you approve of me" energy. She's also not afraid to take up more space, while Elena is always trying to take up less. She is sure of herself. Elena, on the other hand, moves like someone who is constantly asking for permission just to exist. She hesitates, she second guesses herself, and her whole vibe just feels careful. She comes off as pretty unsure of herself, and that's why two people with same face can look nothing alike. This is what confident energy does. It transforms how you're perceived. And listen, being humble to the point of shrinking yourself, it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't make you a better person, more likable, or more attractive. The only people who benefit from you doubting yourself are the people who want to see you fail. The people who love you, they want to see you thrive. Confidence draws people in. It makes you more attractive. It even makes life feel easier because the world responds differently to someone who believes in themselves. And you want to know what's the other difference that makes Katherine magnetic and Elena even slightly repelling? Katherine never plays the victim. She controls the narrative. Think about it. In Vampire Diaries, Katherine is almost the only female character who is completely in control of her narrative. She should have been the victim. Her origin story is tragic enough for 10 seasons of trauma dumping. Her whole family gone, she was hunted, turned into a vampire, and a lot of other things that I will not say for the sake of YouTube regulations, but you know how it goes. She should have been just another tragic girl, yet she became the survivor, the one who rebuilt herself, adapted, and thrived. Most people would have either given up or played the victim for the rest of their lives, but not Katherine. Katherine never steps into the victim role. In any situation, her first thought is, what can I do? And how can I get out of this? How do I win? That's why she feels so powerful. She keeps control over her life, even when everything is falling apart around her. There's a concept in psychology called the locus of control. There are two kinds, internal and external. Internal locus of control basically means you believe you have power over your life, while external means you think outside forces control everything. Luck, people, circumstances, take your pick. It is a spectrum, so you can have a mix of both, leaning a bit in one way or the other, but people who strongly lean internally tend to be happier because they know they can change their circumstances whenever they need to. But when you choose your victim mindset and point your locus of control outward, you tell yourself you have no influence over what happens, no influence over your happiness, no influence over how you're perceived. It makes you feel helpless, miserable, and stuck in situations that make you unhappy. Katherine leans internal. She believes she decides who she is, how she's perceived, and what happens next. It makes her happier, stronger, and to be honest, way more attractive. Because we're naturally drawn to people who feel like they're steering their own ship instead of clinging to the side of it. And when you stop playing the victim, there's something else from the Katherine mindset that naturally happens. You stop letting people mistreat you. Have you ever seen Katherine get mistreated and then quietly cry about it in the corner? Katherine does not let anyone step on her. Her standards are crystal clear. Her boundaries are solid, and if someone crosses them, she fires back. After what Klaus did, she spent years or centuries getting her revenge on him. For others, she was way faster. But you don't need to get revenge like Katherine, obviously. Here's the part you can take from this. Don't put your boundaries up for debate. If you don't want to do something, say no. No extra explanations. I don't want to is a complete sentence. I used to be the person who explained everything. Why I said no, why I changed my mind, why I didn't want to go somewhere or do something. Justifying every single decision like I owed the world an essay, trying so hard not to inconvenience anyone and also to have a really good explanation for it. But I had to realize you don't owe anyone a justification for your boundaries or your preferences, and my life got so much easier. 2, if someone tries to harm you, bully you, or disrespect you, answer back. You don't have to start a fight. Calm and cold can be way way more powerful than fiery and aggressive. Katherine is usually cold, collected, and unbothered. A calm and cold answer that communicates that you won't stand for what they're doing makes you come off as way more powerful and makes them even more frustrated. Honestly, a tough skill to master, especially for someone like me with the combativeness and temper of Maddie from Euphoria, but crucially important skill to master nonetheless. And here's where Katherine really pulls us in. Something all iconic villains tend to have in common. Katherine interacts to have fun. Her dialogues are playful, flirty, and she doesn't care what anyone thinks or what they approve of. Her goal isn't to please, it's to enjoy the moment, to have fun, and to subtly know that people can't help but be drawn to her, which not only makes her magnetic, but also makes life lighter and better for her. When you're constantly overthinking what someone thinks or trying to make them like you, you're miserable. But flirty and fun energy alone isn't enough. It is this next trait that creates the irresistible femme fatale effect: her lethal intelligence. She's smart, logical, and thinks everything through. She always has multiple plans. She's not just a flirty bombshell. She is intelligent femme fatale. Intelligence, confidence, and looks create a deadly combination here. The contrast is magnetic. Keep your mind sharp by incorporating daily learning, daily exercises that develop your logical thinking and thinking ahead. Add some efforts to your appearance and top that off with practicing your confidence. The ultimate femme fatale formula. But there's also something else that Katherine does that's also mirrored in the other iconic femme fatale character, Jennifer Check from the movie Jennifer's Body. I call that one the villain's crown. And if you want to know what it is, then definitely check out this video next. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers. I'm so happy that you guys like these videos, and I'm always so excited to make them. I'll see you guys in the next one.